Okay, we are on. All right. Well, first of all, hello everybody. It was so awesome to see
Hello.
some of you out there at the convention. Saw a lot of you guys were able to get on live stream, so that is the next best thing. I know we all have things going on, and it's kind of hard. We just kind of joked about how Stro was able to be there, and people didn't think he existed because he hasn't been able to go to a few things. That's the divide and conquer, right? Trying to make things happen, and we've got our beautiful kids that have stuff to do, and sometimes that's you just got to do that type of stuff. But it was completely meant for us both to be there, without a doubt, because light bulbs always go off, reality checks, you name it, and we're just really really encouraged to be able to spend this time with you and just kind of give some vision and kind of our not our opinion, well, I guess a little bit of our opinions, but what we took away from this, and most importantly, the message that was delivered to us as leaders the first night on Friday. There was a really, really powerful message that was given to us that was a little separate from the entire convention, and we think it's really important for us to deliver that to the entire team and kind of go from there.
Yeah. So, as we shared in the Facebook page, the theme was really to restart and simplify, right? And every leader, every person that we talked to, whether it was on the Diamond Zone or the Diamond Training, or it was, throughout the whole convention, everybody has the mentality that today is day two, right? Day two of the North American official company launch, because for the last year or more, we've really been in build-out phase. We've really been in pre-launch for every one of us. Now, many of us have had the benefit of, during that pre-launch, during the time when we had no customer support, during the time when we blew out the estimates of how many Hilo LXs we thought we might need to produce and distribute, all of those challenges, credit card, stuff not working great, even the denial of service attack that happened last December. All of that was foundational learnings and stepping stones for us to get to this point where we now have the opportunity to really run at this thing hard, to really, in the next 90 days leading up to January timeframes, we really have an opportunity to accelerate and take every one of our businesses to the next level.
Yeah, and the light bulb that went off for us was, we went in there knowing what our why is, and a lot of people, your why is going to evolve, plain and simple. But listening to what we have, where we are in the wearable industry, what we have coming, what we have now, the internal things that you guys heard on the president's call from the app that we're going to be able to send already scripts out and track everything that we're doing, from being able to have our own booth now at the CES, y'all. That's something that is huge that I don't think people realize. Last year we were with Toshiba. Toshiba highlighted us at the CES, and everybody saw our stock grow. Everybody saw business exploding. Being able, as you guys heard on the president update, being able to have our own booth and somebody walk up and have their blood glucose tested right then and there, y'all, that is huge. And for those of you that don't know anything about the CES, you don't just go sign up and you get to be on the floor of the largest consumer electronics show in the absolute world. You have to be beyond qualified. There's a lot of red tape that goes on to being able to even be invited and even get to be involved in CES. So the fact that we've got our own booth and going to be able to do that with blood glucose is just absolutely huge.
Yeah, I mean, for anybody that's been around network marketing, this is the first time in the history of network marketing. This goes back all the way to Amway days, right? 40 years ago. The first time any network marketing product has ever qualified to be on the show floor at CES. Guys, if that's not a clue, I don't know what is, man. This is going to be massive for our business, and the credibility that comes from having a product that CES has validated is worthy of being on their show floor is absolutely outrageous. So we're so excited that, leading up to the CES show, leading up to the World Changer event at the end of January, guys, every one of y'all, every one of us needs to focus on how do I take my business to the next level? If I'm a team developer, how do I get to minimum of gold, if not to diamond?
So the message, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So the message that was delivered to us was, guys, let's remember we're a technology company first. We are technology. Network marketing comes second. We are a technology company. And oh, by the way, we have everything in place as a company. We have customer support. We were privy to have dinner. Ramasio had a private dinner for some of his leaders the last night, and Stroh and Anna Richardson sat right next to the director of customer support, and we got to rub elbows and hug on her and love on her, and we kind of wanted to put her in our back pocket. No, don't go. we want to talk to you more. But it was enlightening to hear, that she says, look, we were customer support, and now we actually have parts, bits and pieces. She's like, we have a technical area, we have a customer support area, we have an employee area, like we are really building, we are becoming a true customer support. And to hear how many employees are coming on now and the training they're doing, so that's huge, right? So Fabio's message to us was, we need to utilize the back office. They have tightened up that back office. They've cleaned it up. It's so resourceful now. There is so much information in that back office. Why do we have back offices with that much substance? So that we can manage our business. So we need to start utilizing the back office. We need to start utilizing customer support, taking advantage of that callback. That's in place. And he's like, we need to simplify our business. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if shipping is perfect. It doesn't matter if the accuracy of our device, which now, as you guys heard on the presidential update, we're having a clinical grade sensors now, clinical grade sensors, guys. So the accuracy, spot on, but none of that matters. None of that matters if we as individuals don't know what we want out of this opportunity.
Right.
If we are going at this blind, then the only thing we're going to do is find things to grasp onto. And that could be a shipping issue. That could be a volume issue. That could be my upline issue. That could be anything. And those are the things that are going to bog you down. You definitely want to identify with what it is yourselves and say, this is what I want out of an opportunity like this. And you can identify and you know it. Then you utilize all of these phenomenal resources that have been put in place to grow your business.
Right. So the other thing that we really highlight is, monkey see, monkey do, right? I think we've always talked about it, but completely, right? There's one thing to say I follow the system. It's another thing to really embrace the concept that I've submitted myself to the system and that I'm going to do those things that produce allow me to recruit and produce expansion of my team, allow me to expose this opportunity to new prospects. And I need to stop. We are going to stop doing all those things that don't generate revenue or income, okay? And we hope that everybody's going to see us doing that and see that there's a better, more simpler way to go. Everybody that knows him knows he's the #1 recruiter in our company. Over 200 and some odd folks, and he grows it almost every day.
Yep.
He said 98% of his time is recruiting. He's not customer support. Guess what? But we got an 844 number for that. He's not support, somebody for technical support. He's not the person that needs to train on how to use the product or how to get it paired. We've got videos and how-tos and FAQs and everything else in the back office.
That rhymed.
Yeah, exactly. He's not the one that needs to explain what the earnings statement says or the income disclosure says, right? That's in our back office on every page. We can point people there. All of that information exists in our back office that we need to teach ourselves first, and then through an example, allow our teams to also see what we're doing and how we're doing it in order to duplicate just those things, that 98% of those things that are going to allow our businesses to grow. So you'll see us kind of start to simplify three-way calls that we do, simplify the amount of complexity that we have to take on or felt like we had to take on during this pre-launch phase when customer support didn't exist.
Well, and here's a perfect example. One of the things, or the main thing that I said in my Facebook Live is, we are not, and I hope that our leaders in our organization are following the, monkey see, monkey do. We should not be doing multiple detailed recap webinars or Zooms from convention. Why? We have a presidential update call for that, and that was today at noon. All right. You see this? You see where in the past, Stro and I would be doing multiple during a day, and that's not efficient. We have something in place for that. So everybody should have the presidential update call in your calendars every Monday, 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, especially after a convention. So, our goal was to take what we got out of the Diamond training, take the vision, and share with you how we're all going to grow our business effectively and more simpler, and with the resource. First example is that President Update call. If anybody else if you have not watched that yet, that's where you're going to get all the specific updates. That's where you're going to learn what it means to qualify for the Diamond Lifestyle Trip. All of that, it's in there. It's pre-recorded. Thank you, Amy Kozak, for Facebooking that live into our page. It's there. Y'all go take a look at it. Now we're going to grab that and we're going to show you what does that look like? What does it mean to simplify? Well, like Stro mentioned, here we go. We are submitting to the system. And that goes for anybody, whether you want to build your business fast or you want to build your business slow. It's all about creating certain positions and moving that through our system.
So what does it mean to submit to the system versus just following it, right? I think every one of us has to embrace the fact and trust that the system itself works, period. The system does not require John or Anna Marie to be on a three-way call to convince somebody to come on board, because we're not saying anything different, anything more, anything that they don't have the opportunity to pick up in a webinar. Hey, just a quick sneak peek, Wednesday nights at Jeff Giamalva's webinar system.
We're back on.
We're back on. We're going to be doing those webinars on Wednesdays.
I know, right? So we'll be on Giamalva's Zoom.
And a quick story, we're in line at the Diamond Zone, or the Diamond training, and we meet a couple right behind us. We were registering in line, right? And we meet this couple behind us, a Diamond from Canada. And they're like, hi, I'm John. I'm Anna Marie. He goes, are you last name Stro? And we're like, yeah. How did you know? She goes, we follow you guys. We've been watching your webinars for months and months and months. We love how you guys go back and forth through the slides. We watch y'all over anybody else in the whole company. And we're going, okay, this is a reason, this is a clue, right? This is a God thing that we're here right now. And we just not 3-4 days ago got onto Jeff's calendar in his rotation.
Yeah, so Jeff reached out and said, you guys, we need to put your face back out there, which we agreed. Yes, we absolutely need to be back out there.
Well, they needed your face.
Rabu Gary reached out. Again, we're personal friends with all these guys, but again, personal friends in business, that's different. But they reached out to us, and Rabu put me in an independent Diamond page that is exclusive. And what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to take all that information and I'm going to bring it out to you guys. But for him to reach out and say, hey, come into my circle and we're going to boost your business, to the moon and back, which was awesome. And then I get a call Wednesday night from Van and Tuan Nguyen. They had that whole Thursday training with Jeremy Roma and Chad and Natita and the Giamalvas and Taylor Warrior and the on and on and on. And they wanted me to host the whole thing all day. And I'm just like, okay, Van and Tuan, Jeff and Lisa, Rabu, it's on. that is a sign. It just went even more and more with what our why is and why we belong. So
all of that represents, right, is when you want to have a copycat strategy, when you want to submit to the program and really believe that the system is enough, just as it is, right, you have to make sure you copy the right cat. And so everybody on this call has to make sure that you are the right cat for your team, that you are submitting and you are following the lead of where we're headed with the simplification effort, and that you don't continue and you won't see us doing more than we have or more than is necessary. And hopefully you guys will then, take that example and pass it on to your folks. Our number one goal, our number one hope is that everybody, 1,200 plus people in the organization, restart their own efforts, rebuild, re-engage, and start over with us, and take what we've learned and just leapfrog into this success path in a very rapid state. So we need to become team developer factories. Every single one of us needs to build, think of ourselves as every pay period, I have to minimally achieve team developer status on my own. That means I have to go recruit 2 people, and I have to be absolutely diligent to make sure those 2 that I just brought in bring on their 2 immediately.
Now, why? Let's explain why to them. Why is that important?
Well, the studies have shown that when you stop recruiting individually yourself, about 6 weeks into the future, you will see your business cut in half. Okay, so we're backing up. As soon as we stop doing the things that got us the success that we've had, we're going to back up and we're going to lose about half of our momentum, half of our business in about 6 weeks. If you stay stuck in management mode and never get back to that recruiting cycle that you were first going, 6 weeks later, that's going to cut in half again. So now, 12 weeks after you had a ton of success and you went into this, kind of coasting, assuming that other people are going to do all that hard work that you did, not you anymore, right, you're going to have about 25% of your business, and it's just going to erode from there. So it is so radically important. We stopped it. Every one of us in some form or fashion have kind of taken a deep breath and said, oh, okay, I did it. I've got a good sized team. Let me help them continue the momentum. And it's no, because they see you doing it. It's a monkey see, monkey do business. Over time, everybody's going to slow down and stop. That's what we have to avoid. We got to kick this thing back in gear, have fun with it, right? It's not the destination. It's the journey that we have to absolutely submit to and embrace and love doing this work. Okay. Right. So our goal, 2 new every week, and those 2 must turn around in 24 to 48 hours and get there too. Right. That's the goal. We get 2 in 24 to 48 hours. They get there 2 in 24 to 48 hours. And in a 7-day cycle, we individually are responsible for 6 new people coming into our business. And if everybody does that, everybody takes on that mentality and becomes a team developer or TD factory, and you teach people to do that, your business is going to explode. That's the simplification. There's not any magic. It's just getting back to the basics of where we started and realizing this is not difficult.
No.
It just takes effort and energy, and it's technology, so we're not converting anybody's mentality. Right? The fact that we now have a fitness app and a team of 15 developers, I think was the number that they talked about, that are pouring their heart and soul into the fitness application, right? We are going to take Fitbit out. Yeah. I mean, Fitbit can't compete with us now that we have the fitness. We have the persistent real-time heart rate monitoring. So when I'm working out, I don't have to wait every 15 minutes to see where my heart rate is.
The DNA.
We have DNA that's going to come in along with LifeLog. We're going to have a DNA log. They can't touch this stuff, guys. So just embrace it. We don't have to sell them on all the technology, but we know we have the swagger, we have the confidence, we have the functionality to knock everybody out of the park.
It's absolutely huge. And some of you guys might be thinking, oh my gosh, every week, this is supposed to be part-time, or this is supposed to be whatever. Again, this goes back to 2 things. It goes back to your individual, what do you want out of this? And if you really want to make the money that everybody that was walking across the stage and all of our make money, and you really want to treat this as a business, then this system will get you there. It absolutely is proven. The numbers are there. It will get you there.
Right.
If you are not wanting to build that business fast, if you're not wanting to feel like it's a jobby job to you, well, the beautiful thing is we have a proven system.
Right.
Plug into that 2730, utilize those videos, utilize the pre-recorded webinars. It's there for you. It's awesome. You can go about it. But bottom line, whether you're going slow or you're going fast, the key to finding your team developers are talking to people and qualifying them. What is it that you see in an opportunity like this? Do you see yourself, do you see yourself liking the benefits of the device, or do you see yourself making money with us? How much money do you want to make out of something like this? Oh, if you want, to make $5,000 a month, are you willing to follow a few instructions? Yes. Okay, to make $5,000 a month, are you willing to make a list from 75? Right. So the list goes on, and I'm actually going to list these into our team page, but they're qualifying questions that we have to be asking every single person that we're talking to. They need this. We don't need them, and I say that respectfully, right? Y'all know what give me some, shake your heads if you guys know what I'm saying, right? We have something incredible, and so we have to identify what we want to make out of it. We're wanting to go PM in a few short months. Well, I'm not just going to slam people in here and have to pull people. We want to identify the people who want to build. So we're going to ask these qualifying questions, and if they're like, well, nuh-uh, guess what? They're a consumer. And we embrace our consumers. We love our consumers. We just can't be afraid to let someone be a consumer. Just because somebody signs up with a family pack or a premium pack, notice what I said, just because they signed up with a family pack or a premium pack doesn't make them a team member. When they sit there and say, yes, I do want to make X amount of dollars a month. I will get my first 2 in 48 hours. And when they get their first 2 in 48 hours and we are working to get them to team developer, that's when they've become a recruit for us. That's when we've truly sponsored them and we've gotten their 2 in the 48 hours, and we're on to making them a team developer in 7 days. We're on to aiding them to team developer. They're making themselves a team developer. We're not doing it for them. Does that make sense? Y'all, that makes sense?
Yep.
Okay.
So again, submitting to that system and enabling that system to work, to be your primary source of process in the recruiting phase, right? The 2-7-30 is so important to really embrace. It's not going to be 2-7-30, let's do a webinar, and then let's do a 3-way call, and then let's try to get them out to a Starbucks, right? All that extra stuff is actually watering down and teaching your people not to totally trust the 2-7-30. Because I'll tell you, I don't know of any specific person that was a no at the 2-minute video, was an absolute no at the 7-minute video, was a no way after a webinar, but then magically said yes and has had volumes of success after a 3-way call. I'll be honest. I mean, I haven't. If one of you guys were in that mode and you,
we're good. We're good and all, but
if that was one of y'all, I'm sorry I didn't realize that we did such a good job convincing you. But I'll tell you, I believe that every person that has signed up and had success saw the vision at the 2-minute, even reinforced it more at the 7-minute, and was completely sold after the 30-minute. And if they needed the 3-way, if they were, a heavy hitter or somebody that you've recruited up in a network marketing experience with someone like that, so we can really help them connect with what else is out there. But guys, everything that's at your fingertips, everything that our people are absorbing, they really do get enough information to make an informed decision. It's going to be a rock star if they just didn't immediately see the benefit after that 2-minute video. I mean, listen to Jeremy, listen to Jeff, listen to Rabu. When they saw that 2-minute video, their jaw dropped and they were like, I've never seen anything like this in marketing. We got to get on board.
Right.
So I want to just go through the cannot spam your friends, right? You cannot walk into somebody's house without knocking on the door. Real simple, right?
Hey.
And now, by all means, if you know the passcode to their front door, or you got a key to their house, and you can walk in anytime, then that doesn't count. But most people expect you to knock on that front door to see if they're home, to see if they're decent, see if they're ready to receive you as a guest. No different on the cell phone, no different on an email. If you're spamming and thinking that they're just going to stop down what their busy life is and watch a 2-minute video without any type of connection, you're fooling yourself. So connect with 98% of the people that you're going to prospect, that you're going to recruit, right? And as soon as you connect and you get their attention and you know they're prepared, not when you want them to, but when they said, I'm ready for it. And then what's so important is that you follow up, preferably over the phone, in a conversation. If you can't get them on the phone, make sure it's a meaningful dialogue through your texting. If you're doing email, man, chances are they're not really that committed, because really what you're looking for are those people that went, oh my God, I got to talk to you about this. This
Right.
is really, really cool.
And you're following up, you're asking those questions, right? What did you like best about it? Do you see yourself only as a customer, or do you see yourself making money with us? I mean, it's those qualifying questions. Of 7-minute video, right? They watch that 7-minute video. What are you going to do? You're going to follow up and you're going to ask those same 2 questions. What did you like best about that? Remember, that 7-minute video has the opportunity in it. What did you like best? Do you see yourself just benefiting from the features of the device, or do you see yourself wearing it and making money with us? Same thing, right? Oh, I need a little more information. Well, what now? 30-minute webinar, right? Either a live webinar or pre-recorded. What are you going to do after that? You're going to follow up. See, the lather, rinse, repeat. Are we seeing it here? You're going to follow up. You're going to ask those same questions.
Is you really are going for the decision. Because again, guys, there's not any more information webinars. They've seen everything.
Identifying.
I don't remember. Go ahead.
Remember, I'm going to allow you to be at the top.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you're looking after that webinar to close them, right, to really set the expectation and the sense of urgency.
It's a close, meaning you're getting an answer.
Right.
You want an answer.
You're closing on a decision. You're not trying to close them on a yes, because they may not be right for the business.
Right.
You have to be discriminate and making sure they are. But I loved how Moss talked about, I'm going to allow, or I'm looking for 6 people to allow them to be at the top of my business as I relaunch my organization.
Right.
And they will all be able to benefit from the entire organization that I build below them.
I'm going to allow.
Allow, right? It's
I'm
little words like
identifying,
this.
not I need, not I want. I'm identifying, because you're going through these qualifying questions with them. You're
Right.
taking them through that process, through the system. And now it's like, okay, I'm allowing 6 people, which leads us into, as we kind of close up here, that we call it 6 team developers in play.
Right.
6 in play, and we'll share with you why the number 6 is so important. But when you have people who want to build a business, and you have people who have decided they want to submit to the system and go out and get there too, and then help them get there too, and you're popping team developers
Every week.
Every week you're popping them. And the reason why you're popping them is because somebody just invested in themselves. You went through the questions of, what do you want to make from this? How much do you want to make? To make $5,000, are you willing to follow a few instructions? To make $5,000, are you willing to put a list together? Again, these are questions that we're asking, right? When you have identified and you've qualified this person, now you know this person says yes, 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 yes. This person is going to go get those 2 people in 48 hours. This person will help those 2 do the same thing and become a team developer in a week. And when you have 6 people in play, 6 people building, guess what that is? It's diamond.
Yeah. 6, 3 on each side, because each time you get those 6, that's 3,500 in volume. And then you get 3 people on each side hitting 3,500 in volume. You're at diamond, 10,000 each leg.
And guess what? Y'all remember, you heard it on the president call. What does creating team developers do?
Yeah. Team development bonus pool, right?
A lot of money there for us.
How many know that one of the things that the President Millionaires do is there's a spillover. There's a unallocated bonus or commission dollar amount that does not get paid every month.
Did y'all know that?
That goes into a pool of money that all the President Millionaires split every single pay period. Mm-hmm. Some it might be thousands, some it may be tens of thousands of dollars. Who knows what that number is? It's variable, right? It's the stuff that nobody, if they didn't have enough on the lesser leg, they didn't make the commission. So, but there's always 50 some odd percent. It's in the low 50s, but more than half of the commissions or the revenue gets paid out in commissions every period, right? So what did they do to create this team developer pool? Well, they went in across the globe, and every single loyalty membership fast start bonus of $6, they're no longer going to pay to the individual who sponsored. They're going to collect that for everybody in the world, and they're going to build a pool of dollars. And that pool of dollars will be the incentive, the fund that all of us have access to, and to get a big portion every single month.
It's a lot more than $6.
6 or 12. Yeah, if you think about it, if you qualified as a team developer, you would have gotten a $12 bonus, right? 2 $6 bonuses.
Now you qualify as a team developer?
You get, if you do it in 7 days, you get 3 shares. And then if you did that for 2 people, you get 6 shares.
And those shares are worth 100.
Well, in September, the calculation was $151 per share. So instead of getting $12 for 2 loyalty membership commissions, you make $302.
Oh, darn.
I think I'm willing to give up 12 to make 300. I don't know. You guys do the math for me. Would you rather have 12 or 300?
So you could make thousands of dollars in a week.
Right.
I mean, you can make $1,000 just like that.
Right. You'll earn it every week or every time you create a team developer. Mm-hmm. It's calculated 30 days from the time that the person you sponsored comes on board. You have up to 30 days, but we want to have the 3-share accelerator and do it in 7 days. Yep. Do it fast, right? Everything about this is speed. 90 days, we want to be diamond, maybe president with everybody that's out there. Let's get on it and help our people have that sense of urgency. Just doing the little things that we know to do a little bit more faster, turning up that speed, right? We're going from 45 to, 78 or whatever the speed was on the old record players. Right. Many of you on this call don't remember what a record player is, but it was a thing that we used to spin when we wanted to listen to music a long time ago.
A Walkman. What's that? My daughters didn't know what a Walkman was. Anyways, as we digress, it is. It's about speed. It really is about speed. It's about speed because of where the wearable industry is going. It's where it's at. It's where technology is at. It's where we are at with our devices, with the new devices coming out, the features that are here, the CES, business from home. All of this is here. It's happened. It's happened for us. That's why it is quick. And so just to wrap up again, the love is here. The guidance is here. The leadership is here. We are creating leaders, and you just have to ask yourself, do I want to go fast or slow? If you want to go slow, there's a place in this family for you, and that's the 2730. If you want to go fast, there's a place in the family for you, and that's the TDs in the 48 hours and the 7 days.
But think about it. It's all the same model. We're doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. The question is, as a leader, are you creating or are you producing the team developer structure every pay cycle and incentivizing your team members and your new recruits to do the same thing?
And take advantage of that money that's there. It's there for us. It's there.
Right. So I would say it's not slow or fast. It's faster, faster.
Yeah.
Right. And it's all up to how you approach this business. Allow the system to do the hard work, to do the informing, and get out of the babysitting, get out of all this manual. Because quite frankly, 3-way calls and all this conversation that we have shown ourselves may be needed has taken away from that system. Mm-hmm. It's kind of watered it down. Let's get back to the basics. Watered it. That sounds like my Maryland accent.
Yeah, Maryland's coming out. Baltimore.
So let's get back and allow and trust and submit to that system. And I think everybody is going to see a huge improvement into just pure recruiting, getting videos out, putting door hangers out, talking to people at restaurants, grabbing cards from fish bowls. When you see them at a facility, all of that is something that you can find names and find people who have an interest in an alternative form of income.
Right. So I'm going to post those qualifying questions that I keep going through tonight. I'm going to go ahead and post that. I want you guys to cut and paste that. I want you to keep it in your notes. Saw me literally communicating via Facebook Messenger with somebody. He goes, why do you keep there? And I'm cutting and pasting. And the guy, we're just communicating. He's like, yeah, I want about this. Are you willing to do that? It was genius. And I'm just qualified. I mean, I took a conversation. It took me 3 minutes as opposed to a long 3-way call that could take 30 minutes. That is unnecessary anymore. So I'm going to post those for you guys on the Facebook team page.
Yep.
What were you going to say?
Q&A.
Oh.
Anything that we didn't cover that you guys want to just bring up and ask a question about? Go ahead and unmute yourself. I think anybody can unmute your own self if you want to ask something real quick.
I had a real quick question on Helo Fit, which I'm really excited about. They were saying next week. Is it a additional app or is it going to be implemented into the HECA?
Our understanding is it's going to be an additional app that you'll download from the App Store and will be a standalone. So you'd actually need to, pair it, or I don't believe you have to repair anything, but I believe it's just going to take the Bluetooth straight into that app in order to have the full activity, because it's got all the sharing and all the competing and all that cool stuff.
And it's still free as well at this point?
I believe it is. I know it's an app that the company is providing, and so far, everything that the company has provided is through that plugin. If you're on loyalty membership and you have the voucher, then so far, everything we've seen that the company's produced has been available through the plugin, or you have to pay the $12 or the loyalty membership to get it.
Right.
So be on loyalty. Everybody be on loyalty.
Yeah.
Good question.
One last question real quick, sorry. The one thing that they didn't mention at the convention, and I'm just curious about the status if you know, is the blood alcohol. Was there any discussion?
Yeah, blood alcohol. Yeah. If you look at, and we'll post some of the pictures, blood alcohol was listed as one of the features that is intended to be released in 2018. They didn't say exactly when. Okay. And, common sense, what I've heard is that the sensor, that we will have to have a different sensor for blood alcohol. So the likelihood is that we'll have another release of the hardware sometime in 2018 with the clinical sensor and another sensor for alcohol. And, that will likely set up the opportunity to release it sometime in calendar year 2018.
Right. Okay. Thanks.
It's so exciting to hear all the things that were planned actually starting to come to fruition.
Yeah.
What else?
Have you seen
That's it. Take yourself off mute.
What was that?
The diabetes thing? Have you seen it? How it works?
Oh, sorry, Steve. Did you have something else? One more time.
The diabetes, the blood glucose. Have you seen it in action at this point, or do you have any idea how that's going to work?
No, not yet. We're actually thinking about going. Yes.
Yeah.
For ourselves.
Okay.
Because that'll be the first time. Imagine. They said you will be able to put the Helo on and test your blood sugar at the CES, and you can imagine that will be the most critical audience we could ever have as a test bed. So that thing will be rock solid, working every time.
It has to be there at the CES. So we don't know if it's going to come right before, or if we might know that a lot better than me. But
it's no reason to speculate. I just know it's going to be in Vegas at
January 9th through the 12th.
Yep.
So it's here, guys. It's done. We're qualified. Very exciting. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, well, I guess what I'd like to do is just kind of end with this. We have a one-of-a-kind opportunity in technology today. We have a one-of-a-kind opportunity in the wearable industry. We have a one-of-a-kind opportunity in network marketing. In that order, this is here for us to make something of it if we want. We have to act fast because of how fast we are moving with all of this. The recognition, the technology, the innovation is insane. And being able to have to keep up with it is a very good problem to have. We are creating leaders. It's how you become successful in network marketing. Trust us. We've done this before. We've had epic success. We've had epic failures. You want to create leaders, which means you literally lock arms and go through the system. We're creating diamonds. The minute we create a diamond, we're gonna let them go off and do what we do, right? So it's leaders, it's find who our team developers are in play, meaning our existing people that want to be in play, and obviously our newbies. We're also going to have an event here in over the next 2 weeks. We sat down with Ramasio, and Stro and him did their masterminding of numbers and mapping us out on how to get to PM and president and double president in the next couple of months. And we're moving, and we're moving so fast that he's going to personally come out and do the Stro show, probably about 3 meetings for us and spend time and do events that we don't have to do, right? So we're really excited about that, and we will let you know when that is and where that is, because y'all need to be plugging people into those. You've got to plug people into events that are happening within our organization as well as everybody else. So we'll put that out there. We'll put those dates. We'll put the Wednesday time that we're going to be doing the webinar. I'm going to put these post these questions out there, and just stay plugged into Facebook. Check it out. Make sure that you're tagging your teams always. Never be offended to be tagged, even though you see it. Who cares? Be a tag. That means your leader, your lunch, everybody to go to bed tonight. Before you go to bed, we have a conversation in the mirror. That's not, he sits there, he hears me talking to myself all the time. I look in the mirror, I'm looking in the rearview mirror, I'm talking to myself. I speak affirmations, and if you make choice A, do choice A as best you can. If you do choice B, which is team developer in play, or you're going into the system to let the system mentor you, pick one and do it. And do it great and go for it. And if you decide that you want to become one of those team developers in play, then at time, do that too. But this is your business. This is about you. It's all there for you. You're going to see us doing it. So I want nothing more than an entire organization of copycats. Copy, rob, and repeat. Yep. I'm all about that.
The one that I'll end on is the one that just tickled me the most. I heard Mike Sims say, in this business, you have to lie, cheat, and steal. And we're all like, oh my God, did he say that out loud?
I know.
Lie, cheat, and steal? He's like, I'm lying on my couch texting out videos. I'm cheating time because I have a system that it compresses all of the level of effort and all the work that has to happen. And I'm stealing the great ideas from all these other leaders, and I'm making them my own. So we were like, okay, you're right. Lie, cheat, and steal. I got it.
And on that note, I'm Anna Marie.
And I'm Stro.
And we are World Changers.
Good night, guys.
Good night, buddy.